I'm considering becoming a digital nomad. So in this video, I'm going to share with you why I think this is a good idea for me in this moment and some of my initial plans. Hello my friends, welcome back to the channel. I'm so glad you're here. My name is Alejandro. I'm a brand designer from Costa Rica, and in this channel, I share with you everything you need to know to become a professional brand designer. So this video is going to be a little bit different. It's starting from my hair that is, different. And I want to share with you in an open way without too much structure. What is it that I'm planning regarding becoming a digital nomad? Because I'm thinking seriously on becoming a digital nomad. So before we begin, I want to give you some context of what is it that I am doing right now, what is it that I've been doing a little bit, so that you can understand why maybe this is a good idea for me moving forward. I worked for Amazon during 7 years, and last year on December, I decided to quit that job. I decided to start working on my own business. Currently, I'm in the process of setting up my business. So I already have my website, but I need to change it up a little bit. And I've been working for the most part of 2021 in my Instagram account. And now I am starting in my YouTube channel. So that's how I have been working on my own business, like by stages. And right now, I'm in the stage of focusing a lot on YouTube. So the purpose of this channel is going to be to share everything I know regarding brand design. It's going to be focused on that. But I have been thinking about it, and I don't want to be just creating courses and that's it. I want to share a little bit more of my perspective so that it can be like more valuable, so that not only you can get like a class on what is graphic design and stuff like that, but also so that you can get the perspective of somebody that is starting in that business. So I thought to share not only my knowledge, but also kind of the journey that I'm going through, so that you can have even more criteria if you're planning to do this yourself. Why have I been thinking about becoming a digital nomad? I don't know about you guys, but what this pandemic has taught me is to value more travel. So for a long time, we have been in lockdowns, like restricted of traveling to several places. And even when there are no restrictions, we can feel afraid during a pandemic to, go other places. And so I am waiting for this pandemic to be over and for, all this emergency to be over and to go back to a more normal life, which I don't know that if we're going to be able to go back to something like that. But what I want is to value more travel. This is something that this pandemic has taught me, is to value more those moments and how precious and how valuable life is. I see life as this precious gift that we have been given. So I think that we have to value every single moment. And so postponing travel for the future, for someday when I get rich or anything like that, I think is not fair to myself. It's not doing any good to me right now. So this pandemic has brought that new perspective, and that's one of the reasons why I'm thinking about becoming a digital nomad. So I wanna live my life to the fullest. I don't want to postpone anything. I don't want to say, oh, so I'm going to work 40 years, and then when I retired, I'm going to visit these places, because by then most likely, my health is not going to be the same. My energy is not going to be the same. So I don't want to postpone enjoying for a future that we don't even know if it will come. Like, nobody has the future guaranteed. So this is something that I've been thinking a lot about, with this pandemic, is to enjoy life every single day, every single moment. And this is another reason why I have been thinking about becoming a digital nomad. So why do I believe that being a digital nomad is something that might be for me? One of the reasons is that currently I can work from anywhere. Being a graphic designer, and specifically being a brand designer, is a job that you can do anywhere in the world connected to the internet. And because currently I'm working on my own business, I can actually have my own schedule. So I can have that flexibility of having my own schedule. And even though like this is not required for you to become a digital nomad, it is easier when you own your own schedule than negotiating with your boss and asking them for that permission, because in sometimes that is not a good idea for them. But you know, with this pandemic, I think that something that has changed is that forcefully like bosses had the test that this works, that they can actually allow their employees to work remotely. So nowadays, this is an option even for those that are working for a company or for, you know, a certain boss. Another reason why I believe that this is for me is because thankfully my brand design business is profitable. So this is something that is already bearing some good fruit. And so, yeah, I have already a business model that is working. But I also have some other backup skills. So in case, let's say I don't get a gig, or I don't get, you know, a project for several months, I have some other backup skills, so to speak, that I can use in order for me to, you know, keep generating the revenue that I'm going to need. So I can do graphic design, web design, branding strategy. I can even do voiceovers. I can do English teaching. I can do translation. So there are like, this is an example of several things that I can do, that I can even work in different freelance websites and offering those services. Again, just like a backup plan in case I'm going like through different months where I don't have like one of those projects that I like to have, which is brand related. And something very important regarding the financial part is that I'm working on generating passive income streams. So I'm thinking about writing some books and creating some courses about brand design, freelance work, leadership, remote working, and even, who knows, I will share how to become a digital nomad. Something that I have been hearing a lot from some YouTube channels that I have been watching is that whenever you want to start as a digital nomad, you should not just, you know, quit your job and then just jump in and go with the flow. You should have like a financial plan on how you're going to be generating this income constantly, and also do you have some backup savings? So currently, thankfully, I don't have any debts, and also I have some savings that allows me to you know, have that peace of mind to start exploring and working on this new world of digital nomads. It also helps the fact that currently I don't have any partner or any kids. So that is something that people think a lot when they're, you know, deciding if they want to become a digital nomad or not, because sometimes their partners, they don't want to jump in with their idea. So the fact that I don't have that is very easy. Now with my family, I'm very close, but I don't live with them since like 12 years ago or something. So I'm used to live far from them, but also, you know, to keep in constant communication with them. And, you know, it's gonna be good to come every now and then to visit them, as right now I'm doing. So I don't think regarding family, the fact that I'm going to live in another country is going to change things that much, because I see them currently like twice a year or something like that. Another benefit that I would say that I have is that I have lived by myself for more than 10 years. So I have already knowledge on how I can be independent, how can I relate to others, living with others, and, you know, having this kind of harmonious relationship where you respect each other and you enjoy living with other people. That's something that I have already learned. Of course, I think that with anything, I have had bad experiences, but from those bad experiences, I have learned a lot. So yeah, most of the people that I have lived with, it has been a positive experience. So this gives me kind of more confidence to be able to say, yeah, I think I can live with other people, like in a co-living or in a small space that kind of things I think that I can do. Now let's talk about some things that concerns me the most at this point. The first thing is health, because right now I'm not in the best shape, of course. I need to lose some serious weight because of health. I want to be like super healthy because, you know, health is a concern when you live in another country that you don't know that much. You don't know how their health system work. So yeah, this is something that I need to definitely improve. And I have been struggling with my weight for my whole life. And I have been making lots of progress. I have lost a lot of weight. But this is something that I need to keep on improving, mostly this year, so that I can, you know, become a digital nomad. So if in some months you see me maybe a little bit thinner, hopefully, now you know that is because I'm trying to take care of my health so that I can, you know, spend in other countries being as healthy as possible. Also regarding health, something that I have to do is to research more about travel health insurance. So this is something that I am like, I don't know anything about. So I need to research more of that and see how that works. Another huge concern that I have is obviously this pandemic. Currently, as I'm recording this video, it is May the 6th, 2021. So in this very moment here in Costa Rica, the pandemic is hitting like at its best, or I would say at its worst. Actually, my family has the coronavirus currently. They are very sick. So I'm hoping that everything goes well, but you know, that is another concern. Like, okay, what if things get worse, or what if I get the coronavirus? And of course, something that I do with that is try to take, you know, all the precautions that we already know. And so, yeah, that's a big concern. So for me, something that I'm going to do before going to other countries is make sure that I'm vaccinated first, so that I have that reassurance that I'm gonna be okay, even if in the case that I get the disease for some reason. Another concern, a little bit less serious, is that I'm very used to comfort. I'm very comfort oriented. And so, for instance, I have my couches, I have my big TV, I have my computer, you know, like usual comfort things that sometimes when you travel, you don't have like the best bed or the best couch or the best, you know, it's silly, but I think that to me, you know, that has been something that has been like very important for a while. But I think that in order for me to become a digital nomad, I need to be more willing to sacrifice a little bit that comfortability, maybe. So yeah, that's something that I have to work on. Another concern is security, because here in Costa Rica is a relative security country or secure country, and so I am not used to live in an insecure place, especially here where I live. I've never been assaulted or robbed or anything like that. And it's not that, you know, like this country is the most safe country in the world. No, nothing like that. I think it's just like there's regular, you know, crime and stuff like that. But because I'm not used to deal with those type of things, and I need to be extra careful, do extra research on what measures of precautions I need to take in order to avoid, you know, any type of problem. So avoid, you know, those type of issues, but also what if something happens? And so, yeah, there's a lot of research that I need to do in order to have the peace of mind that, okay, so I have a plan just in case things, you know, go that way. Now, those were some of my concerns. So let's talk about what are some of the things that actually motivates me and excites me the most about being a digital nomad. So one of the things that excites me the most is to be able to meet other people and meet them physically, like in person, because, you know, during this pandemic, I have been meeting some great friends and great people from, you know, different parts of the world, and that has been great. I'm grateful that we have the technology that allows us to do those kind of things, but also I want to, you know, have fun with friends and people that I don't know, and meet other cultures and understand what is it that that they're living and things that they are go through. Because I think that one of the most valuable things that gives you is the perspective to see your reality, your condition, and sometimes your privilege in a different way, and appreciate the life that you're given. And so yeah, that's something that I'm so looking forward to do is meet a lot of new people and try to understand them and have a good time. The other thing that excites me the most is to be able to know other places, get to see other places, go to other cities, go to other beaches, just go out there. Because I think that this pandemic, when they put us, in a lockdown and you could not leave anywhere, and even though right now it's not that restrictive, you have like this fear of going different places. So I'm so looking forward for this pandemic to be over, so that I can, go to other places and explore. Another thing that excites me the most is the concept of slow tourism. And this is a concept that I heard from Nathaniel Drew. I'm gonna leave a link to his channel below. And what he says is that, sometimes when you go to another country, let's say the time that I went to Mexico, I went to Cancun. So I loved it and I had like a great time and I enjoyed it a lot. And so I can say, yeah, I know Cancun, I went there. But not really, because what you get is a highly curated version of what Cancun really is. And so what I want to do is to have that immersion in their culture, in their daily life, and truly become like a local, live like a local, so that I can not only just have a good time and have fun and go to the beaches and go to the bars and all that cool things, but also like to really experience other cultures. And that is not possible in a weekend. That is not possible even in a week. I think that you should spend at least 1 month so that you can actually understand, that you can know the people and know their struggles, know what they're going through, and get to experience really what that place is all about. And also I am very curious because I know that I'm going to meet a lot of new people, and who knows, maybe I'm gonna meet my partner, like who knows, maybe not, of course, there's always possibilities, but I'm very curious, like what adventures are awaiting, what challenges I'm going to face, what things I'm going to learn, what new connections I'm going to make. The type of business that I do requires a high level of connection, a high level of networking and relationships. And I believe that this opportunity is going to be great in order to do just that. All right, guys, so those are the things, or just so far the plans that I have for becoming a digital nomad. Of course, I have to learn a lot. I have to research a lot. This is just, some initial ideas that I'm having. And of course, I'm gonna keep you guys updated on how things are going. So subscribe so that you can follow my journey. I'll be sharing more of this type of videos so that you can see what am I doing, what is my journey. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. And remember, never allow fear to steal your happiness, which is another reason why I'm traveling.